Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Spirit Hunters Infinite Horde. Today we are continuing the fresh start. I am going to pick up a talent right off the bat. I do want to get this increased soul drop rate. And you may notice that I have a few embers, just two, nothing too crazy. I just want to test the heroic, and we're actually going to show that off. We're going to play with just the basic weapons. We're not actually going to use any of the auxiliary weapons, so no vines, which would be actually very helpful, no tornado, which would be very helpful as well. So there are some very helpful things that we are going to be lacking. But I want to see how well the base weapons do in the challenge mode of hard for this, because it's really going to... this is sort of where you would start. You would just say, okay, well, it's 500 blue crystals or blue runes for heroic mode. Let's get going, right? You probably will have unlocked the hinterlands first, so having all of the base weapons at max, I think, is a reasonable assumption. So this is basically where you're sort of saying, oh, this shouldn't be bad, right? I do beg to differ. The heroic mode is definitely a step up, and I am glad that I have all of the increases. I do want some cleave increases, so I'm going to use my only reroll that I have the money for, not get a thing, of course, so we'll get a little bit more in the way of the spears. Now, this is probably as bad a run as it could possibly be right now, without a single spear. Alright, there we go. Just a little bit of range. I'll take some. We don't necessarily... Ooh, here we go. Alright, we need to focus on killing this one guy that's in our face. We do not have the cooldown that we need on the spears at all. I mean, we have no cooldown. We are still at the lovely 1.9 seconds, which, you know, what have you. And here we go. We are going to actually strategically use these tornadoes, oddly enough, and I really want the magnet range. Unfortunately, in this heroic mode right now, we are severely lacking the damage. So we are going to take this. It's 1 damage on every single thing. That's effectively 3 levels, not 4 in this case. I say 3 because cleave, a level in damage, is 1 damage. But for spears and arrow, a level in damage is actually 2 damage. So realistically, that is, you know, it just is what it is. So I'm saying we have, well, 2 2s and 2 1s. There you go. 2 plus 2.5s is 3. Again, we are going to pick up the arrow just so we finish it off. It won't ask us. Probably shouldn't do that right away. Probably should wait. Because if we wait, we definitely can get... ooh, we have multiple bee bosses. And multiple bees. Right now, this bee phase is just survive. I do want to kill them, but we'll have better farming waves soon. And we need to get our cooldown effectively to its maximum, ideally, for the cleave. We do have some boss chests, which is fantastic. We have a regular chest right here, which is also fantastic. We have more cooldown, which is even more fantastic. We're going to get some hearts. We're going to get some embers right away. And yeah, we're going to be able to kill this other boss. And we have bees coming in. And a lot of skeletons. I should have been, you know, taking my own advice right there. And using the charge to my advantage, not the enemy's advantage. We don't want the enemy to be charging us, or we don't want to be close to the enemy when it is going to be charging. We want to use that and make sure it charges to where we want it to charge, so we can then kill it in that place, and then just quickly move away. So, oh, the bee is moving with me. Fantastic. Can I get through this little point? Probably. Unfortunately, again, we do not have... Oh, that chest was so close. Luckily, a boss chest will be hearts. There will be hearts inside, which is fantastic. I'm just going to do a little loop around right here, and that will get us to the boss chest. I can only take 1 more hit. I've been a little lax here, but we will get to both of these chests. We will get our experience. It's going to be good. This will push everything away. We'll get the experience. And here, 1 heart. I'll take 1. 1 is more than none. I'm going to... hopefully make it out of here. This is the most dangerous part because we do not have the damage and everything can just push in from all sides. We did make it out, and we have to get this chest, ideally. We need the health from this chest. I do want more damage, but we also want to be able to clear everything in our path to survive. So we're gaining the levels, we're getting the size up. I think we might have gotten past the initial wave. Do have to watch out for the yellows and these super packs, but luckily these super packs do sort of stream in, and we're getting the size of the cleave up to the point where it is able to start handling the waves. Damage isn't quite there, I will say. The damage isn't quite there, and as you can see, the arrow, boss killer, it's only going to be attacking twice a second. It is not going to be doing very much at max. However, it's still going to be what I'm classifying as the boss killer here. I do believe Orbital Fire will be more damage. Because it'll just be spinning and hitting more often. So you know what? I'm swapping to Orbital Fire and Spear for the boss killer. That will also give us a bit more protection. More good in this case. I think it is quite useful. We just need to get a few more cleave levels into the duration, the cooldown, and we have a very chargy boss. Not exactly what we want to see. We want to get this boss down, though, so we can start to get its experience and avoid the other boss. Unfortunately, we are at the point now. We are being surrounded entirely, so we do need to move out. But I think we're stabilizing. The real key is to keep all of the shells on one side. If you keep the shells on one side, you can then sort of funnel them. Those are the ones that take multiple hits to kill. So with that in mind, you do not want the shells in one place. We have even more size, or in behind you, I should say. The tornadoes do hurt, that is no doubt, but they also destroy everything around you and can create you a safe space. So actually use them to your advantage. Use that as more... oh, don't get knocked up. Whew. Woo. That was a close one. This charging guy is really making everything a challenge right now. Charging guys usually do have less health, so he should be dying soon, but again, enemies are gaining health as time goes on, and that is our ultimate problem. So we have a lot of bosses. Enemies are gaining health. I will happily take it. We are getting close. This 30 health could not have come any better right there. The attack speed, he did blow up, and you know what? That is very acceptable. I will take that blow up, no doubt. The cleave speed is picking up to the point where we're actually, even though our damage isn't low, we're finally hitting at a rate that can kill things in a decent time with the cleave's knockback. As you can see, these bosses can't even walk to us anymore, which is fantastic. I'm thrilled by that. Let's get some more spear damage, because our spears do always hit, which is fantastic as well, and it's just that bonus damage that we might need to kill something nearby. Oh, excuse me. I apologize. As you can see, our cleave has hit that threshold for... again, I did do just a little test run of this. It did not go very well, so I was not expecting this to go very well. I'm thrilled that it is. It was very close, without a doubt, a few times. But we passed the hump. So we are now in a position where we're gonna, I think, successfully get through to the boss. Now, the boss itself, we currently don't have the damage. Now, will we have the damage at the end? That is to be determined. However, one thing I will be pointing out is that there are two benefits of this boss in particular compared to other heroic modes bosses. The first is that, obviously, this map is actually very good with the number of bosses. I should say this map. This boss is very good with the number of bosses. More bosses, more good. It does have more than others. And more bosses is more amber. We want amber. We want to start collecting that. we're not necessarily going to get like the amber conversion right off the bat. It is a very beneficial thing to have. However, if we can actually be collecting amber, we still need a lot of the other resources. So converting, not really going to help us right now. I do want Magnet Slime, but again, we are lacking damage most of all in these heroic runs currently. So damage right now, for me, to potentially kill these guys at the end and everything like that, is going to be top. I can say now that the damage is 2, we are going to be fine for when we get surrounded by these flame guys at around 15 minutes. Again, the more you play these maps, the more you will get accustomed to the spawns and things like that. But you can see these shell guys, whatever they are, they take the hits. We are not just crushing them like I would love to be. But that's perfectly fine because we can push them back. We are now in control. We are not playing a destructive game. We are playing a control game. So it is just perfect. I mean, it's going to be smooth. We are basically full health again. It got very dicey. I think it was down to 8 at one point, so I'm very happy to be done with that. And we're going to start working on our orbital fire as another damage source. Now, the arrow is better, I will say, with this boss because he does go off-screen quite often. But you can also kind of manipulate that as well, as he is, again, a charging enemy. So with that in mind, we are going to try and have him charge and be within range. We are getting surrounded, which is actually to our huge, huge, huge benefit. This is what we want to see. We want to be surrounded because that is just, boom, loads and loads and loads of delicious, delicious experience surround us. We're attacking quick. Let's go. Get our experience up. Get these levels. And thankfully, because we chose Cleave as our starter weapon, you can see all of these delicious, delicious blue soul gems. They are coming straight to us because we have an extra 25% chance to drop because of this character. It's amazing. It's lovely. It's fantastic. Is it overpowered? For leveling, yes, obviously. But again, I digress. There are many benefits to other characters. I just want to use this character for now because we need levels more than anything else. There is a pet to the left, but there's a shop over here. So I'm just going to hit this shop. We're going to get through these bosses just fine, and we're going to keep increasing the orbital fire. We're going to grab these because they're out of the way. And, ooh, a farming boss. So for this boss right here, you kind of want to let us summon, hit a couple. Let him summon, hit a couple. Now, I will admit, I should just kill him off because this is hard mode and I'm not necessarily fully prepared. But we get our magnet anyway. Fantastic. And we get some more purple crystals. Yeah, let's get a Hardy. I don't think we are in much danger right now, but Hardy can, at the end, for the final boss, give us a heart or two, which may give us an extra hit, because I am not saying I'm going to be taking all the hits, but I'm going to be taking all the hits. I mean, I'm going to be pushing it, because again, we are going to be using Orbital Fire, so we're going to be a lot closer to the boss than I even want. I need to get some Orbital Fire range increases, for sure. Oh, but I just said it. Cleave damage, though. Cleave damage is probably the only thing I would go over it. Because our cleave speed is maxed. Our AoE, I believe, is 1 away from maxed, but at the same time, it is good enough. And that's the big thing. Good enough. You can go for max. Our crit can definitely get to 50 instead, which would mean every 2 hits instead of every 4. But at the same time, it's not as beneficial than just making sure we have another weapon doing hits. So we need to get these hits going out. We need to make it fast. We need to make the other weapon hit hard. Because the other weapon does have +3 as well. All of the weapons do have +3 damage now, thanks to our fantastic pet. And again, with each pet being essentially 3 damage levels spread across all of our weapons. Again, technically you could say 4, but the other weapons, as you can see, well, you can't see here, but the other weapons do only get they do get +2 instead. So it's sort of a half level for those weapons. We got a little mine down there. We want to be hitting that up. Miss any experience? Nope, we have a mine over here. Fantastic. We are in a glorious time. So this video, officially, is just a heroic run. So I will be most likely dying at the end. Let's get our damage up. This will be hitting regularly quite well. Again, you can see it spinning. I think it's going to... Well, what's the speed at? The speed is at 5. If we can double the speed, we should be pretty good, because it will also be applying its dot and things like that. And we did get the dot increase, which menial, but still, it's something more than nothing. I'll take it. Woo! Luckily, when they do get blown away by an exploding thing, they are immune to damage, or you are immune to their damage, or however you want to put it. Ooh, worms have a lot more health than I thought. I thought he was going to get, deaded. We have a shop below us. I just want to find a little bit more money, just to see. But thankfully, with Hearty involved, I did take a hit. Got a little heart. Gonna break some crates, gonna get some more hearts, and we're back up to full. No sweat, no harm, no foul. Got some money over there. We're gonna get that money, go to the shop, hopefully buy some runes or something, and I will take it. Again, I don't feel we need any more size. I think more size at this point is essentially saying I need to get another magnet upgrade or level up substantially more, which... I mean, unfortunately, we don't have the level up increase perks and things like that, so leveling up that much more is not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but we want the cleave damage. Will we have enough damage to kill him before the cage kills us? I'm not going to expect it. I'm not expecting it, but, without hope, you gotta hope. You gotta try. I believe this bomb guy is actually the one that I did need, which is fantastic. So with this bomb guy in mind, we should be finishing up. Which one was this? Was this the vines? I believe he was vines, so you get another 0.1 second cooldown reduction on the vines, which thrilled to have. And here we go. More speed, more speed, more speed. So, the other reason, I'm jumping around, back to another reason why this is a fantastic one to do, is the last boss. So the last boss does two things. It's the same last boss as before, exactly, basically, just with a lot more health, and he spawns those scarabs. Now, in this one, he spawns purple scarabs. He does not spawn the green scarabs. And we are going to need many, 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 many purple scarabs killed. That is, I believe, the +1 damage banner for the cleave in the tier 3 slot. So not the tier 2, in the tier 3. So it is not incredibly important to be farming right now. However, it will be important. See, I did make it back to the shop. I was not lying. We have 1,200 exactly, so we'll get that, and boom. Perfect. Just what we want to see. More of these. Good multiplier on this level, which is fantastic. And we're going to make it to the end, as we are basically at the end. Will we get the boss? Ooh, let's get some more damage. Cooldown, again, always nice, but at this point, we are not going to get enough levels where the cooldown will outweigh the damage. You can think of it this way as each cooldown is getting us, what is it? 30%? Not 30%. Oh my god. What am I talking about? Just about under 10%. So like 7%. 7% of an attack. Where each damage is a 25% upgrade. Well, it was a 25% upgrade, and then it gets a little bit less and a little bit less. So 7% or 25%. I will take that. So again, 13 to 15 is going to be a greater gain than that. However, But if we keep going, what's the cooldown at? 4? Yeah, we could get that pretty low. But we don't have very many levels left, and that's the problem. And we are not expecting to gain everything we want. We're going to take some damage. Oh, no, I should have taken the movement speed for the last boss, because he's a charging boss. Oh, the movement speed would have been so good, but I acted in haste. Haste makes waste. And we're going to get some more damage on the arrow, just so we have that little bit. Every point of damage now is what is going to add up. We are... Oh, I need to stop pushing things into me. Damage is what's going to get us through this boss, obviously. At this point, no amount of cooldown on weapons that don't have that much cooldown increase will do compared to just raw damage. So, all of our weapons will have a little bit more damage. We're getting surrounded by these, but again, the cleave will push them away. It will keep us safe. We want to be in a nice open area. I would love to find another chest or something like that. Unfortunately, no more chests. Guaranteed hit. Take 2 more damage for every spear, and we are going to have many thousands of hit points to get through right here. So as you can see, here are the purple... Oh, okay, self. Okay. Let's keep it going. I took some hit, but these are the enemies that you will need to farm at some point. Now, they did add them to the other heroic mode, the other heroic fight. And I apologize. This was terrible. I should not have been talking as much and focusing on actually just killing the boss. We did get a heart, which was nice. Our arrow is hitting for very small amounts of damage. We are losing. We need to start moving. Oh, and he did tag me. I didn't think he tagged me there, so that was my fault. Again, that was a poor ending, a very poor display, but his health was not going down nearly what was needed. But as you can see, we're already getting 1,400, 282 crystals, and 22 of these just with the starting weapons. That is a huge increase over, 100 and 160, 3 to 700. It's more than double up here, and generally more than double here. Plus, we're getting the embers already. So I'm going to do some farming here. I'm not going to buy too much just yet. I will do some farming so we have some things. And again, the next video will be just a successful, nice, easy, successful run of the Darkmoon Grove. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next one.